But the team we do need to dive deep into is the Jazz, because even though Taylor Hendricks, who was the 9th overall pick, did not play, Bryce Sensabaugh, the 27th overall pick, did not play. 29th, 27th, 29th, I think he went. Keyonte George played. And Keyonte George was fucking outstanding at Summer League. Was truly the pinnacle of what I thought he could be. And I think that I'm just going to have to take an L on Keyonte. The process is still hard, but the shooting is going to be good enough to where ranking him at 25 is just going to be wrong. And Keyonte looks like a guy that at the very least is going to be worth like a top 16 pick where they took him, I think, based off of what we saw.
That dude can shoot. That dude can shoot. What was it, 60-something% from three across both where Salt Lake City and Vegas Summer Leagues combined, something like that. I believe in the 60s on his catch and shoots at least. Like, he was really, really good. Assist to turnover ratio numbers, much better than what we saw at Baylor. Shooting the ball, really, really strong. He took over games and was incredibly confident in a way that we knew he would be. There's still some smaller things I'd like to see from Keyonte. Like, it was overwhelmingly positive from him, and I don't want that to get lost in the message I'm about to give. But, like, he wasn't the most efficient in terms of the decisions he made off the bounce. I thought he forced a few too many jump shots in there, just trying to get them up. I thought that, he needs to find that proper balance when he shares a floor with some more talented guys. And Utah's Summer League team was really, really good this year. I liked the way that they moved the ball kind of around him and got Keyonte shots. I just wished within the flow of offense, once that ball was moving, he would keep it moving a little bit more than he did. And I tweeted about this. There was one clip playing out in Salt Lake City in that Summer League where I think Agbaji started a scramble, made a left-hand baseline drift pass, and the ball started rotating around the perimeter. And once it got to Keyonte, he should have just thrown that instant one more pass. And instead, he pump-faked one dribble pull-up, his foot just across the three-point line. Like, those are the winning basketball plays that you're going to have to make. I understand that what he showed with the ball in his hands was utterly, incredibly impressive this summer. But long-term, those answers about how he fits into a winning scheme and plays with other really good players, that's what's going to be important for his development. That's why combo guards who can really light it up like him are so polarizing as prospects, because we started the show talking about the Tyler Heroes and Tyrese Maxeys of the world. They can score and they can light it up, and they're going to get paid doing so. But you have to fit into something bigger than yourself. Love where Keyonte was. I think it's a great starting spot for him. Definitely outperformed where many of us had him. But he's got to find a way to fit into a really good team as opposed to being the star of one every single time.
Yeah, so Keyonte George averaged 18.7 points, shot 46% from the field, 39% from three, 75 from the line, 5.3 assists, 1.8 turnovers. Tyler Hero in his first summer league averaged 19.5 points, shot 40%, 33%, 96%, averaged, 4 assists versus 2 turnovers, right? So Keyonte, like, a little bit better than that, but in that ballpark, certainly. Tyrese Maxey, let's take a look at his first summer league. I think that he actually didn't play until his second year of summer league, but like Maxey in that second year of summer league was fucking absurd. He averaged like 26 points. These guys, I think, tend to, when they are polished and have real skill, really stand out at this level. The good news for Utah fans is that I think that, like, I feel great about him being able to, like, play this year now after this, like, truly. I don't know that I buy, like, Keyonte at, like, I'm trying to think of, like, do I buy him as like a Donovan Mitchell type, or do I buy him as like a Bradley Beal type? Look, I think that upside exists. Like based off of what we saw, like I wouldn't rule that out. Maybe is what I would say. Uh, I think J Mac, bringing up like looks like a more young Murray more than a young Mitchell. Yeah, I think that I agree. Like stylistically, that's probably the name that he reminded me of. But Murray always has moved a lot more without the ball than what Keyonte does. To me, it's more Beal has always been the comp stylistically. It's like a Beal Eric Gordon kind of hybrid kind of guy, you know,
Yep.
and that's great. Like that guy is 100% a starter and is going to be phenomenal. Um, yeah, I don't really want to nitpick. Like I think that Keyonte was just fantastic, and I'm fascinated to see where it goes. The process on these shots is hard on a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
He has to make the open ones when he gets them. But if he's their starting point guard, like entering the year, I'm intrigued to see how that goes. Like could go well. Could really, really go well. The process is a little bit harder, but he might be good enough to overcome the process. You know what I mean? This is a great question from Tyler Hines, actually. What takes someone from a Hero Maxi type to a Mitchell Murray type? Mitchell is different. Mitchell is in a different plane athletically than these guys, like completely different in terms of length, in terms of like speed, strength, all of it. I think it's like what takes a Hero Maxi type to a Murray like Bradley Beal type. To me, it's getting extremely comfortable at your own pace of play, becoming not just a good ball handler, but a great ball handler in terms of suddenness and being able to separate from your guy. And then going from being like a good shooter to a genuinely great shooter. But to me, like the ball handling skill is probably the biggest skill. Keyonte, I think, has a lot of it, but it's a little bit loose right now. He'll grow into it, and I think it'll be great. Look, if we were redrafting, I would have Keyonte, somewhere in the lottery. I think at this point, based off of what we saw, the frame being totally different and him like looking skinnier and having more juice athletically is a huge difference maker for him.
It is, and not just skinnier, but he still uses his body and his frame to get to the free throw line at an incredibly real rate. Like if he is playing 30 minutes a game, he's going to shoot 6, 7, 8 free throws a game. Like he
Yep.
really gets to the line.
Yep. That's dead on.